Hey YouTube, welcome back. On today's episode, we're going to be installing the Verus fuel starvation door on the FRS. And what this does is basically for $90 you get to turn your stock fuel basket into like a surge tank. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. Get into the car now. So where we have to get to is right under here. And if you have your stock rear seats in place, the rear seats just have either like a 10 or a 12 mil that bolts up to the front right here. And then if you see the little, it's a little hard to see, but that little hook there, you have to angle the seat in a way to release from that hook and it'll slide right out. But now I got this bucket seat in the way, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it out and make my life a lot easier so I don't have to fight with the seat, and we'll get back when I pull the seat out. Okay, so I've got the seat out, and if you don't know what bolts they are, these are the factory bolts, and oh great, I dropped it. Nice. This is a E10 socket. As you can see, it kind of looks like an inverted Torx. So it's not a standard 6-point, so just keep that in mind when you're taking your seat out, if you're going to take it out. With the stock seat you should be able to get in here just fine, but the bucket seat's making it a little annoying for me, so I pulled it out. But yeah, so next step, we're going to open up the lid and pull the basket out. Alright, we got the lid off. It's pretty easy to take off. You don't really got to use any, all you need is a little flathead or something, and just get under it and start working your way around it to pry it up. The first time you do it, it might be a little difficult to do, but I've already taken this off before, so it wasn't too bad. And next we're gonna have to disconnect the fuel line and then open up the fuel flange to pull the basket out. So for the fuel line, what you want to do is push the line in, and you can see these tabs here. They're gonna as you push this in, you have to press these tabs to release them, and then pull out, and the line will disconnect. And then you just got to turn that the fuel flange, and you'll open up the tank. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do that and pull the basket out and show you guys what's up. So right now I've got the flange off. It's pretty simple. Literally just grab it with both hands and turn it, loosen it, you'll be good. This gasket is separate, so make sure, I'm not sure if it's side specific, but I just put it back on here the way it came out. So that's where we're at. And for fuel basket here, gonna move this line out the way. And I don't know how well you guys can hear or see, but the fuel basket is, you can hear it pouring out fuel. So that's our issue, that what's going on right now. And that's what this little fuel door is gonna fix for us. One other thing I wanted to remind you or mention. When you're pulling it out, there's a fuel line here that goes inside the tank, and it connects to the bottom fitting on the fuel basket. Same thing as the top. Press the tabs and release, or push in, press the tabs, and the line will come off. Got that all taken care of. Okay, we've got the fuel basket pulled out. This is very important. This little C-clip here, do not lose this. Very important, or else bad things. Maybe not bad things, but that C-clip goes right here on this piece for the fuel basket, which makes it spring loaded. So now I should be able to disconnect it if it wants to come apart. I gotta make it work. Hold on, gotta figure this out. Okay, we're back. After I already got the C-clip taken out. After you get the C-clip taken out, you've got these wires basically keeping the basket together. You can't pull it out because the wires have too much tension on them. So the wires are secured under this little clip here. Both these sets of wires, the 4, and just move it with your finger and pull the wires out, and just put this over to the side. And down here to the corner, we have where the fuel enters and exits the fuel basket. So the fuel door is essentially going to be going right down in there, and it's going to be restricting the flow of fuel coming in and out of the basket. So it's going to keep as much fuel as possible inside the basket. So when I have a low tank of gas at roughly quarter tank, Under hard left turns, FRS and BRZ suffer from fuel starvation, so this is going to remedy that and get that all taken care of. So let's go ahead and install the fuel door and reassemble and put it back together. And just like that, we've installed the fuel door. It's really simple to do. All you gotta do is just grab it with a pair of needle nose pliers and drop it in place. Sits right there. Now restricts the flow of gas coming in and out of the basket, and it's gonna hold all the gas inside, and I won't starve the car of fuel anymore. Now time to reassemble it and put it back inside the car. Alright, I've got the fuel basket all reassembled. I put the C-clip back in. Make sure you put that in, that's important, as well as the spring, that's very important. And the fuel level sensor, as I was saying before, it's just this little clip here. To release it, it comes out. Then make sure you slide it back in and it clips in when you're putting it back together. And for what I was telling you about the wiring, if you can see that that clip is holding in both of the wirings for the fuel bump. And so now we got the fuel basket all reassembled, and we're gonna go ahead and put it back inside the fuel tank and finish everything up. Well, I finally got the fuel flange closed. Closed up the fuel flange, reconnected the fuel line, plugged in the connector. I was struggling so much to do it. I had to call my buddy Paul. He helped me out. Came over, drove 30 minutes just to come over here and help me close my fuel flange. I love you, Paul. Thank you for the help. And now it's just reassembly. I just closed that. I gotta throw the seat back in and bolt it back down, and the car's done. And it's great. Here we are again. If you've made it this far, thank you once again for watching, YouTube. We got the fuel door installed, got that all taken care of, and we'll be hitting the track this weekend. Stay tuned for that video coming out next. Deuces.